singer and songwriter Dolly Parton is well known for her long-lasting career in country music, and on top of that, she's an astounding actor. And although she's well known for both of those industries, she's also a well-known philanthropist. And with these philanthropists come a variety of quotes that shape our everyday lives. And one quote in particular that catches everyone's eye is, "A rhinestone shines just as brightly as a diamond." When we think of this quote, we can dive deeper into what it actually means and what it's trying to portray, and then we can take a look at how the intersectionality of it all can be really explored through the quote. And finally, we can talk about how this has affected my own life as well. So first, Dolly Parton is well known for being a woman in a mostly male-dominated field, country music. And while she may not be mostly heard in her early days, she's now well known as a country music singer who is quite outstanding and has done many talk shows about her experiences. And in these talk shows, she talks about knowing your own self-worth and how being a woman in a mostly male-dominated field, it's not very easy to get to the point where you can see that you really care for yourself and are able to portray yourself in a way that you really enjoy. And that idea is portrayed through the squashing of women in our natural society of today and how we must know our self-worth and put ourselves out in a field where we might not be acknowledged and noticed. But if we put enough effort into something, we can truly know our own self-worth, just as Dolly Parton did. And so, when we think of this quote, we can also see how the intersectionality of it all takes a play into this as well. In most societies, in feminism, we see that white women were able to get their feminist movements getting started first. However, many colored people and indigenous people were left behind in the fight for freedom, for women's rights. However, as we progress towards the future, we must address intersectionality and actually be able to have rights for everyone, not just people who are at the forefront of it all. And so, we must know our own self-worth, put ourselves out there, and speak, because our voices need to be heard in today's society. And so, finally, this quote has impacted my own life as well. Being an Asian American woman in a society that's mainly dominated by men and people who like to squash Indian women and immigrants, it's been quite hard immigrating to a country with the American dream. And the idea that I don't really get to put myself out there because I'm scared of being shut down because of my accent or the food I eat or how I smell. The idea that we must fully portray ourselves, use our voices, even in just speeches like this where maybe not so many people hear it. We must fully understand the importance of having a voice in a society where you can't really hear it. And so when we come to the quote, back to the quote, "A rhinestone shines just as brightly as a diamond," we must truly understand the importance of our voices in today's society, especially considering the fact that it may not be heard as much as we want it to be.